Good morning. Hello, hello. So I'm going to be doing an energy update. I was going to say Claire Tarot. I don't have my cards. I'm going to do an energy update anyways, using my cabeza and nothing else, just my brain. So today, seems like the energies are reminding you, you cannot stop. You will not stop. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. Okay. The other energy update that we had talked about, there was a concern. There was a concern that they're going to try and test you. They're going to try and stop you. Not going to happen. So you have to really focus on what your intention is. You have to set an intention and focus on bringing that intention to fruition. Okay? How are you guys doing, by the way? It's freaking 19 degrees. This is a crime against humanity. Hey, that looks like my cousin.
She don't have a part for shit.
What did you say? So, was last night rough? Whew. So, yeah, the energies continue to shift. There continues to be a need for us to be very, very focused in whatever it is we're going to be allowing ourselves to participate in. And that's what's important for us to realize, that we are the ones who are choosing to either participate or not participate in whatever it is that's frustrating you. So with that said, what are you going to participate in? What are you going to allow? There's this feeling of a lot of the words competition and jealousy popped in my head. There's also a sense that for some of you, whoever this individual is, if you already know who the individual is, you've already gotten this sense of, oh, I know who that is. They're watching your social media. Okay? They're watching your social media. They're looking at your posts. They're looking for something to justify what they're about to do. For some of you, it feels as though they have like one or two other individuals that's willing to assist them in what, I'm not sure. I see some papers. Papers like taking notes. Whatever happened, they went through something and they blame you for it. Okay? They went through something and they blame you for it. And so now it's seeming as though their intention is to pay back. Okay? Pay back for what? I don't know. It doesn't necessarily feel like you did anything when it comes to this energetic circumstance. It doesn't feel like you did anything intentional. All you did was exist, and that was enough for them to blame you for something. I don't know what. Some people are just too much. Some people are just too much. Too much. Yeah, by just being you. Hold on one second. And then in the general I guess field of things, there seems to be an uptick in questionable energy. This questionable energy is causing people's insecurities to amplify. Definitely a rise in the insecurities, a rise in this sense of irrational blaming. It's as though they can't take responsibility for whatever it is they're in, whatever circumstance it is. Oh, it's a female girl. They never gonna disappear. If it's not her, it's gonna be someone else. This is really to grow you. This is to grow you. If you allow it to grow you in the ways that it's needing to grow you, hopefully, it doesn't circle back around and repeat again. But this is really about, an exercise in you reclaiming your space. Okay? Just allow yourself to reclaim your space. Allow yourself to release. It feels like quite a few of you are sitting there very tense, worried. Worried about what, though? That's what I don't get. Why do females do that with each other? It's like this constant thing. That's stank coochie energy. Stank coochie energy. So I hold on. There's a lot of things that are being shown to me right now, and it's kind of just overloading my senses. That's why I like to use cards, because it keeps me focused on one specific string. So for some of you, this creates like a difficult environment at work, and hang in there, because this difficult environment might lead to kind of like a case of constructive discharge, where you feel like you have no other choice but to quit. If you're already in that type of circumstance where you're consistently being harassed, consistently being singled out, and you feel like it's a constructive discharge circumstance, do not just quit. You have to document everything. Timestamp documentation if you are going to seek legal counsel. But for, and for others, it's not a work circumstance. It's like a circle of friends, or some sort of social environment where you feel as though you're being left no other choice but to kind of be gone. And do you have to be gone? For some of you, it's more of your soul is trying to guide you back into alignment with your path. Do you want to eat?
Those cops are shady over there.
What cops?
There's like 3 cops.
Doing what? Their job?
No, they got somebody in the car and then they're searching the bag.
The bag?
Yeah, the person's bag.
How do you know that loss prevention didn't report it as...
Then loss prevention should be out there with them, wouldn't they?
Let's go back around. Let's ask questions. As citizens who pay taxes, we have a right to know.
It's probably just a harmless person.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It is. Because if you really found somebody stealing stuff, you would have found it.
So then I'm wondering if
that's why they looked, when I was rolling up with the shopping cart, they were looking at me all crazy.
You sure you're not just having yourself triggered by previous life events?
Possibly. Yeah, but I feel really that's fucked up. I deeply feel it. Past trauma events, yeah.
Did you want to go over there and speak your mind?
I wanted to.
I'll just stay in the car. It's too cold to be fighting with anybody.
It's very cold.
It's too cold. Right, now he knows. I used to work LP. He just all triggered. Anyways, totally lost my train of thought. It went from too cold to now too hot. I'm dizzy. I'm fucking, I can't survive in this type of environment. I have
0 to 60 real
temperature
quick.
regulation issues, okay? It needs to be kept at a beautiful, like, 73 to 75 degrees, or I die. Now I don't know what I was talking about. We do have to look out for each other, but he's driving away. He ain't going back. He's driving away. Okay? He's driving away.
Then they're gonna detain me.
Detain you for what? I wish a motherfucker would try that shit. Got my team on speed dial. Hey, I don't know your name because I never call your ass, but we're gonna need you to set us some bail money. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, as a sovereign, I have a right, law of the land, to travel unmolested. I will not show you my ID. I will not show you my register. Y'all, okay, I, no. No. I'm just hungry. I'm just really hungry at this point. So you can't stop. You won't stop. For some of you, your circle, your social circle is not really a healthy circle for you to be in. And so it might be a case of your higher self is trying to guide you away from that group. For others of you, it might just be that you're shifting in your consciousness and perception, and it just makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay? What is going on with my eyelash or something? There it is. What that kind of language got as a brown person? I don't know why that triggered the shit out of me just now. Like, my heart is pounding. Like, real hard. That's the thing, as a brown person, you are obligated to empower yourself through knowledge of corporate law, knowledge of maritime law, knowledge of laws of the land. If you knew the power of knowledge, they couldn't fuck with you.
Right.
So when we say things like, you know, if you're a brown person, you can't talk, that's the more you should talk like that. That's the more you should know. I pay your fucking wages. You are a servant, a civil servant. The uniform and the identification badge on your chest tells you you are my employee as a person who pays taxes. You answer to me. I hold you accountable to what the fuck you're doing on these streets. And these streets are maintained by the money that I put into a system that was created to enslave me, and I will not consent. I will not give you my motherfucking ID. I will leave my door fucking locked and the window rolled up. Call your fucking sergeant over here, because we're about to have a fucking civil suit because you are infringing on my federally protected rights as a member of a minority group. I'm telling you, girl, this shit, brown people, the more brown you are, the more you should know this shit. That's the more you should know this shit. I'm not that brown, so... And I look pretty helpless in real life. They really don't fuck with me much. Okay? They really don't fuck with me much. Yet I know this shit. Because my husband, he pretty brown. He pretty brown. He nice and toasty. Like toasted coconuts and shit.
What you talking about? We're the same color.
No, we're not, baby. We're not. We're really not. You look ora levato, pues. La Loca Vida is what you look like with your tattoos and shit. Yeah. No, we were driving through Texas, and he got pulled over for looking extra Mexican with California plates. They pulled us over, pulled him to the back of the car to talk to him. For what, motherfuckers? For what? Because you think we're muling with our kids in the car? because we have California license plates and you were profiling, you saw his tattoos because he has sleeves? I don't fucking think so. Is there a reason, officer, that you've pulled us over? Are we being detained? I don't think so. You have no probable cause to enter our vehicle, much less to stop us. Unless you want to show me the fucking... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got all riled up and I took the live out. But yeah, no. Okay, there was no traffic violation. There was no moving violation. There is no reason for us to be pulled over. I'm just being nice to you. Okay? This is racial profiling. Yeah.
I've been in Texas quite a few times.
Whew.
3 times.
Whew.
3 times.
Quite a few times. Quite a few times. Texas, hundreds of miles away from any foreign border. They have fucking checkpoints asking you if you are a U.S. citizen. What the fuck you asking me for? As a U.S. citizen, I have a federally protected right to travel without being harassed. Okay. I've yeah, no. Yeah. So as brown people, you have to know this shit. This is not conspiracy shit. This is empowerment shit. You have to know this shit. Like, really though. You have to learn legalese. You have to learn all the things. Okay, cop pulls you over, asks you if you understand. No, I do not understand. I am not within your jurisdiction. This is not maritime law. I do not understand. Because when they ask you, do you understand? And you say yes, that means you have now admitted to standing under their jurisdiction. No, I do not understand. No, I do not understand. Oh God, the real idea. To travel on a plane, you need a real ID that requires a birth certificate and an SS number. I don't have a real ID. Motherfuckers, I wish you would keep me off that plane. That's one of the most beautifully thought out things my soul has ever done. Put me in a little ass Asian body. Because people just, like, they dismiss me. They just dismiss me. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, what? I do? I wasn't aware. You know, just to really get a really confused look on your face. Huh? What's that? Well, ma'am, just next time you fly, please make sure you take care of that before you fly again. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Oh my gosh, I did not know. Oh my God. Thank you for being so considerate and letting me on the fucking plane because I paid for that ticket. You guys, man, this whole live just went to shit.
Sorry.
Shay, you got me all sorts of triggered. My glasses are fogged up. Okay. What are you guys saying? Yeah, ew, is that right? I'm telling you guys, you know, the more brown your skin is, the more you have to know this shit. The more you have to know this shit. You cannot be illegally detained. But the fact is, if you don't know what is legal or illegal, if you don't understand the type of legislation that's been passed,
Okay, that's it.
You're really trying to play with that 4x4 shit, aren't you? If you don't understand what kind of legislation has been passed to protect your rights, to hold law enforcement accountable for their behaviors, then yeah, they'll mess with you. They'll mess with you. Oh no. Let us not go there. Let us not go there. I do not want to be a part of any sort of Semitic, anti Semitic discussion. I just don't. I really just don't. Can we just stop that in the comments right now? I really, really just don't. See, here's the thing. Oh, no, there is no thing. I'm not discussing any of that. I'm not. I just want to say there's a difference between Jewish and Zionistic motherfuckers. Yeah. Let's leave that out of here. Let's definitely leave that out of here. Let's leave the brownness out of here. Let's leave all of that out of here. We just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna be done with the live. We're just gonna be done. Why do you need to see my eyes? Why do you need to see my eyes? Right, Katie, it's about the symbolism, but the thing is, people often lack the ability to think beyond the triggering symbols. That's the thing. Um, there's a lot of symbolism that's used in society today, and we're programmed to be triggered by certain symbols while completely ignoring the presence of other symbols that actually have much more nefarious intent. Did he really take the keys and now I'm cold? It's cold. So, yeah. So going back to that question, why do you need to see my eyes?
What's wrong?
I don't know.
I'm gonna see you off. Do I need to fix somebody else?
I'm just debating. Because of that statement regarding my eyes and the energy behind it, whether you're aware of it or not, I'm scanning you without your permission. I've determined that you have a very significant parasitic circumstance that's very questionable to allow it to remain in my presence. I'm removing you from my channel. If you want assistance with that, please email my page, contact@emmieevolving.com. But you've been removed and you will stay removed until that circumstance is no longer in my presence. I need permission to scan because of my preferences about honoring your sovereignty, not because I actually need your permission to scan. So when you continue to behave in a way over a period of time that I've noticed, when you continue to behave in a way that makes you question your presence Absolutely. I will suspend my preference and I will scan you to determine what level of threat you pose energetically. And if I don't like what I find, you're removed. Bottom line. Bottom line. It doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter if it seems antisocial. It doesn't matter if it seems any which way outside of me cultivating an environment that does not expose me to unnecessary factors, unnecessary risks. And I deem that to be an unnecessary risk that I will not be participating in. So, anyone else want to see my eyes? It wasn't the statement, it was what I heard as I saw the statement written. So, yeah. It's and for people who don't understand, um they might assume, "Oh my god, that's so paranoid." No, it's not paranoid because I've been observing uh for a few weeks at this point, for a few weeks. And as a matter of fact, several lives ago, there were statements made of um, I worship something along the lines of worshiping um, energies or beings that are widely known by society to have had malicious intent towards other humans. And I completely, in my patience, um, I just overlook that. But no, you want to see my eyes? Why? To try and access my soul? I guarantee you. I guarantee you my soul will kick your ass. I guarantee you. Because as volatile and combative as the human Emmie might seem, the soul is so much more. The human in me is much more patient than my soul. So, yeah. Um, okay, so the energy update, can't stop, won't stop. You guys kind of just have to be aware of your environment. Um, really just allowing yourself to be free to maintain your energetic field, like how you guys just saw me right now, maintaining my field. Am I saying that individual um, is a bad person? No, but there is a questionable factor, and that I don't need to be exposed to that. So kind of take that in. There's no need to vilify anyone, but there is a need for you to be ever aware of what you're allowing to maintain space in your auric field. Looking in the eyes, is that potentially a bad thing or harmful? Um, no, it's not. It's not. It's not a bad thing. It's not harmful. What's their intent, though? What's their intention? That's kind of what you have to take into consideration. Like, what is their intention that they want to look you in the eyes? It is cold AF. Cold AF. Um, certain eyes I would not look in the eyes. There's certain eyes, certain individuals who have the kind of eyes that I would not look you in the eyes. Um, a lot of people, not a lot, um, some people are made very uncomfortable by my eyes because my eyes are actually very, very dark. Well, it's difficult to see the pupil even with a flashlight. My eyes are very dark. So I don't know. I guess it depends on your preference. Do you like to look people in the eyes? I mean, if we're communicating in real life, then yes, I will look you in the eyes. I have nothing to hide, but um I don't really like to look people in the eyes. I don't know why. Um I've been catching a lot of things trying to come up in the energy, but yeah, there is a lot of things trying to come up in the energy. What I teach about maritime law, I don't know enough. I don't know enough. You have to really, really be fully entrenched in the terminology, legalese, and all of that. Um, because if you aren't, once you initiate that, you cannot back down. You can't back down. So, you know, and once you initiate that, honestly, you have to be able to hold your ground without a lawyer because lawyers do not know about legalese for the most part. For the most part, there's quite a few. There's quite a few videos on YouTube that you could watch where people talk about legalese, trauma, and all of that stuff. But you just, yeah, law is a tricky, complicated game. And it is a game. It is a game. So you have to know. It's like a chess game. You have to know if you make one wrong utterance, um, you probably game over. Checkmate. Checkmate. So just, yeah. Yeah. I but you have to know about these kind of things so you have an idea, and you don't necessarily have to start up with the whole legalese thing. You can simply learn about court cases where your civil rights were upheld, and you can definitely cite those. um there was this one man, I don't know what his intention was, but he's fairly well versed in this subject matter, and he was taking, I think, video footage or pictures of police at the police station or the police station itself, and a cop came and was trying to harass him, and they wanted his phone. They told him he wasn't allowed to take pictures, but because he was able to cite certain 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 court cases, events, and penal codes, statutory codes. I mean, they even called the sergeant over, and they couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything. He held his ground. They're like, you have to leave. He's like, no, this is a publicly maintained walkway. You have no right to tell me to leave. So you just have to make sure, don't be trying to flex and you got nothing to flex. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, just one word in the wrong place changes everything. The omission of a word, the change of capitalization, or, making it into lowercase. That one little change is actually what changed us from a nation, a democratic nation, to a corporation. Look that up. United States of America. Look that up. We are a corporate state. Corporate state. So that's enough of me sharing stuff. I would still like to be able to not be added to a couple more lists. Your name in all caps is your straw man. That's not you. That's a legal entity that represents you. So when you see your name in all caps, that's the straw man, and that's not your. No, I don't want to say that because I don't want you guys thinking, you're going to ruin your credit and this and that. I don't care about credit. I don't care about credit. I'm just, I don't give a shit. So none of it means nothing to me. But if you still want to partake in this system, you're going to have to care about your credit. Okay. My credit was doing beautifully. And then I decided to remove myself from the system, paid cash for everything for a few years. Didn't have any balances on credit cards or anything like that. And they tanked the shit out of my credit. They flagged my name and everything. I couldn't even rent a car. I couldn't do nothing. And I had the funds to pay. I had the funds to pay the additional deposit. I was like, double the deposit. I ain't taking off with your car. I just need the car for the day. And they wouldn't let me rent. They wouldn't let me rent. So you have to know what you're getting yourself into. So you gotta know. Um, but you will be held accountable for what Straw Dude does. There's some debate on that. There's some debate on the logistics of straw man, and you might be able to successfully, um, you know, but it's worth it to study how to make money on the forex market, so you don't have to go work a regular job. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Shay. Quite a few police officers have degrees in law. I know quite a few police officers. I was going to become one. I was, I was for a period. My major had been changed to, I don't even remember what my fucking major was.
Law and something.
Do you remember what it was?
Law enforcement.
It wasn't law enforcement.
Oh, it was like for the what the fuck was it again?
And then I was taking those courses in forensics.
Yes, I remember
like
those
that.
classes.
Yeah, I forget the major, but I was taking classes so that I could get a degree and be more desirable for the police academy for when I applied. But I just said, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I don't want to be a cop no more. Now I want to be a scientist. I'm telling you guys, it's just too much. It's too much. But yeah, definitely with this messed up system, which is supposed to be for the people, but now trying to control the people in every way they can. How can there be a switch up of power where the people are back in power instead of government? Anarchy. Anarchy is not about a coup d'etat. It's not about violence. It's about taking ownership of your own sovereign right to the land, grow your own food, create your own system. Anarchy. Collect your own water. You know, people don't even have a right to the water. You buy land, you buy thousands and thousands of acres of land. Unless you get real lucky, most land is zoned so you have no mineral or water rights. So if they find oil on your land, that's not yours. That's not yours. Ain't that some shit?
Right. It's on your land.
You can't collect water. Ain't that some shit? Many lands that are raw at this point have been, there's legislation that's been passed where you cannot have an off-grid home. It's now illegal. You have to be hooked into the grid. Crazy shit, guys. Crazy shit. They're wanting to ban guns. Well, that's, think about it. When this nation was established, they tried to force George Washington to be king, because that's what happened. Okay, he was such a good freaking leader. The people were not ready to really be free, and so what did they do? They tried to force George Washington to be their reigning king, and he said, no, we just freed ourselves from the crown. Why would you create another crown? And so as part of the Declaration of Independence, you know, the amendments in there, the right to bear arms, to protect yourself against the tyranny, both foreign and domestic, like people, for real, both foreign and domestic. Now, it's one thing, if you don't want to carry a gun, by all means, don't carry one. But if you're living in a free nation, who the hell are you to try and tell another free person what they can and cannot carry legally? Well, because guns kill people. No, people kill people. And removing the ability of law-abiding citizens to be able to protect themselves, it doesn't negate the ability of criminals to obtain illegally obtained firearms.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here for real. Seriously. That's not gonna do shit. That's not gonna do shit. If you really, really want to do shit, notice where all of these really bad things happen. They tend to be places where there's strict laws on the carrying, possession of firearms. Okay, so you're like, well, look what's happening to our children at school. Make it a law that in order to be a provider of education or childcare, you have to have been trained an X amount of hours and maintain in good standing a license to carry a firearm, handle and carry a firearm, as well as store it, and arm every single classroom with high caliber semi-automatic assault rifles with biometric locks, so only the teacher who is certified can open that. I nobody gonna come to a school and shoot up our kids. If the teachers are armed, fuck that shit. I'm telling you right now, Israel don't have that problem. Look at pictures of daycares. Those adults have firearms. They have rifles strapped on their backs. But it's children. That's right, because you need to protect the children. That's right. I'm just saying, you really want to fix this issue? Make it mandatory nationwide for teachers. It doesn't matter what level of education. Anytime you are providing instruction, maintain that. Just like nurses and doctors have to maintain and recertify for CPR, it's a continuing education. Absolutely. Or give them assault rifle. You're gratis. You get a free AR-15. I'm just saying, make mine powder coated Hello Kitty, please. You get a free pistol grip pump action 12 gauge shotty. I'm just saying. Nobody gonna fuck with your kids. Your classroom. I'm just saying. You really, really